Hello people, just Graham Keith here from The Great Wake Up. Thanks for watching. Now as usual, please like, comment and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell, the notification bell, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the latest videos. So now today's video is called Infiltration from Within. Now this video will explain why we're seeing what we're seeing in the world, with all the inverted, ludicrous, quite frankly insane things going on, like in the media, in the government, etc, etc. Why is it all so mad? Why is it all so crazy? Why is it all so wrong, essentially? And why is it so blatantly, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's definitely insane. It's definitely insane. The reason why is because the government is actually not a government at all. The government is literally just a false, fictitious corporation masquerading as a government, and really and essentially they are Masonic in nature, satanic in nature, and inverted in nature. So that's why everything's backwards, that's why nothing makes sense, but they're rolling it out anyway. And that's why things like, you know, somebody who can harm someone with a knife and doesn't go to prison or has a very small sentence, and somebody reacting to that incident online, like putting a post out on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, can get prison time for 3 years for simply reacting emotionally to a horrific event. Now, infiltration then is, if we look at this tattoo here, this is a pyramid, and what it means to me is consciousness, but in terms of the world, it's a hierarchical structure. We have, like, say it was in a job or a business, we have the workers at the bottom, the management, the senior management, you know, and so on to the chief executive at the top. Okay, so it's a hierarchical pyramid structure, which basically means that we have this going on in the world as well, in every area, whether it be government, whether it be schools, whether it be policing, whether it be every kind of thing, universities, everything is hierarchical by nature through organization. But how do these organizations, like, when we have, say we have an organization, all these people at the bottom, yeah, they don't know what's going on up here, and these people here don't know what's going on up here, and these people here don't know what's going on up here. Compartmentalization, okay? And they infiltrate this pyramid or this structure with people who know the true agenda. Okay, they know the true agenda, they know what's going on, they know why it's happening, and they are put in positions of power, infiltrated within that structure, to make sure that the end goal of the agenda is reached. Okay, so this is how they do it, and it really is just as simple as that. It's an inside job. Okay, and the people inside the government at the lower levels, so the backbench MPs, the MPs that you see sitting in Parliament, but not necessarily the ones on the mics, they're all lower level. They're all lower level because they don't have the power that the Prime Minister has, right? And make no mistake, the Prime Minister is a puppet for the World Economic Forum, who is under instruction to fulfill the agenda for the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, whatever it might be. So this is why we are seeing this utter madness in the world today, because the system is designed that way. It keeps the true agenda from the level down, okay? And obviously the people see through it. But the problem is the people in government, for example, at the lower levels of MPs, they're stuck in ego. They're stuck in the false reality. They don't understand that they're living in this illusion, this agenda, which will continue no matter what they do. Which is why, if you're, I won't say silly enough to vote, but by now, if you haven't realised that when you vote it changes nothing, that's because the left and the right are two wings of the same bird, and the same bird will fly to the agenda's destination regardless of what people do or say. Why? Because it's infiltrated from within, and this is what we're talking about. So if you're wondering how on earth all of this is possible in the world, how on earth all this madness is possible, then now you know why. It's purely an inside job, and it's infiltrated from within by people who are in the agenda, who know full well what's going on, who know and are under instruction to perform their role to make sure the agenda progresses, whilst all the others either don't have a clue that it's even happening, or they're aware but they can't do much about it because the positions of power are making sure that the agenda continues. And that's what we're facing, folks. So at the end of the day, government specifically, they've got no more power than McDonald's, really. They're just a corporation like McDonald's, and they've turned you into a corporation with your birth certificate to give them the jurisdiction when you believe you're that name. That's all it is. You can literally step out of that garbage at any time you like, realise that your real name is your first name and your Christian name, therefore they have no power. No surname, just first name, Christian name, and your date of birth, well, where were you born? Well, I was born in my mum's womb, you know. You have to answer these questions honestly, and that's how you escape the jurisdiction. But the jurisdiction's fraud anyway. So at the end of the day, everything is an illusion. It's all infiltrated. It's all mass orchestrated. And now you know how they've done that. Okay. So this is Graham Keith from The Great Wake Up, bursting a few more brain cells, poof, and taking a few more red pills. I think I've swallowed the old cupboard. And I hope you do too. But until the next video, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. We do want your opinions and viewpoints. This is not about preaching, and but at the end of the day, we do want to get the message out, and then obviously your opinions and your thoughts are valued as well. So please post them in the comments, and I'll see you, as always, in the next video. Thanks for watching.